Okay, this is lesson 1 in our informative writing unit, and you are going to be writing your introduction paragraph of your graduation memories paper. So you are going to have memories from pre-K all the way up through 6th grade. And if you are writing from the first person perspective, if these are things you experienced, if you were here for that grade level, you're going to write from first person and you're going to talk about the memories you experienced that were your favorite. But again, if you were not a student here at that time, you're going to write from a third person narrator perspective about these were the experiences that students at Harry Hope Elementary had in that grade level. Before we get into the grade level specific memories, we have to start out with an introduction so that our audience, our reader, or the audience at graduation, when we read these aloud, knows what we're about to tell them. So we have to introduce what we're telling them about. That's going to be our introduction paragraph. So the first paragraph, like always, is going to have 3 sentences. We're going to start with our lead or our hook, right? We want the audience, especially because we're presenting these at graduation, we want the audience to be super interested in what we're about to tell them. So we're going to start with a lead or a hook. Sentence 2, we're going to introduce the topic. Okay? We're going to give them a clue about what we're writing about. Now, this is not an argumentative writing essay, so we don't have to introduce 2 sides to an issue. We just need to introduce whatever our topic is. So we're going to give them a clue about what they're about to hear, okay? And then third, we're going to state our thesis, which is where we tell what the essay is going to be about, okay? Those are the 3 sentences. So up first, let's talk about different types of leads or hooks that we can use. So you could start with an interesting statistic. Now, when we were writing about the health, if you're writing about the healthiness or, not healthiness of pizza, your statistic is going to be something related to nutrition or ingredients, things like that. If you're writing a statistic about graduation, it might be something about graduation or school experiences. So again, you want your statistic to connect to your topic. So whatever your statistic is going to have something to do with elementary school or memories, remembering things, graduating, things like that. So that is one type of leader hook you could do. The second type of leader hook you can do is an anecdote. And if you remember, that's a mini story or just a quick little flashback, just a 1 or 2 sentence memory, not, again, any memories taken from the list. Almost like when you're painting a picture using sensory details where you want the reader to kind of be imagining, or your audience member to be imagining. So if you pick anecdote, it's not going to be any of the specific things off the list. It's just going to be encouraging them to imagine, the experience of elementary school. We always have an option of one of our opening hooks being a question, where you ask a rhetorical question. That's a question that doesn't require any kind of real answer. You ask a rhetorical question where it just leaves your reader thinking. It's not a question with an answer. It's a question that makes them think. You could also start with a simile or a metaphor. You could talk about how fast time has passed by comparing it to something. You could talk about, how happy you are comparing it to something, things like that. We always know you can start a hook of your introduction paragraph with a strong statement. If you say something really assertively that maybe not everyone agrees with. And then just like in all our other essays this year, you can always start with a quote from a famous person, but make sure it's someone who's actually famous. Make sure it's someone who's recognizable. And again, your quote has to be about the topic. So something to do with graduating or memories or things like that. So those are the 6 different types of hooks you can choose from for sentence number 1. Okay, the second sentence is just going to introduce the topic that you're writing about. Okay, so you're going to say something about, again, memories, the memories you've had throughout 6th grade, things like that. And then, sorry, not through 6th grade. Memories from when? Your entire elementary school experience. Maybe how they've shaped you. Maybe, you know, are they bittersweet? You know, did you have wonderful memories? Are you sad to leave? Like you're introducing that you know, this is what the topic of the essay is. All your memories from your elementary school experience. And then your third sentence, you're just going to tell what the essay is going to be about. So you're basically going to come right out and let them know what in the audience, let them know in the audience what they're about to hear you talk about. So maybe something like, you know, get ready for the best experiences that we all had here at Harry Hogue Elementary School from pre-K all the way to 6, or something similar to that, where you're letting them know this is what you're about to hear. We don't want it to be a mystery. We want to fill them in that this is what it's going to be about. Okay? So what you're going to do now is in your classwork tab of Google Classroom, you're going to click on your first draft of your graduation memories, and it's going to look like this. And you'll put your name in the top box, and you're going to start with your introduction paragraph. So each paragraph should be 4 to 5 sentences long. Your introduction, it's okay if it's only 3. You're not writing any of the other paragraphs right now, just your introduction paragraph, where you're going to start with well, you tell me the 3 sentences we're going to do for the introduction paragraph. Sentence 1 is your lead or hook. Sentence 2 is when you're going to introduce the topic. And sentence 3 is when you're going to tell them your thesis statement or what the essay is going to be all about. Okay, so today your job is to write those 3 sentences of your introduction.